Hi, I'm Eric Ford for Made Here. In the film Not Afraid to Fall, director Chusi Haney Jardine profiles New Hampshire's Brian Hall, who's been struggling with Parkinson's disease since 1976. Brian keeps a positive outlook through mountain biking, and he keeps his spirit alive by pushing himself beyond the limits with the sport, including racing up Mount Washington. You can watch Not Afraid to Fall and other great Made Here films streaming on our website and through the PBS app. Enjoy the film, and thanks for watching.
You don't want to be viewed as different, you know. It's not the disease that cripples you as much as the perception of who you are and what the disease is doing to you that can cripple you further than the disease ever could. I flopped in his store like a flounder, and he goes, "Can I help you?" I said, "Yeah, I want to buy a bike." He was more like, I could see in his eyes, "Dude, you can't even walk. What the heck are you doing in here looking for a bike?" But he put me on a bike, a mountain bike. And I rode around the store. I was just as amazed as he was.
You know what it seemed like to me, Brian? It seemed like that day opened a door, and I'm not meaning the door to the store, but a door in life.
I think you're right. A sense of freedom immediately came over me. It was amazing. A sense of being physically free in a way I can't be on anything else in this world right now. The way I am physically today. The bike is a miracle. I said, I gotta have more of it in my life. So I bought the bike.
Is there any scientific explanation or connection to the fact that he can cycle?
Well, if you see a patient with Parkinson's disease, they sit there rigidly and don't move. But you toss them a ball, boom. Patient will catch it. But if you say, "I'm going to toss you a ball and catch it," it doesn't happen. It's a reflex movement. I don't know why it happens.
I do not know. And I want to be here in front of the camera telling you I don't know. So in the absence of knowledge, I can throw thoughts around. Patients with advanced Parkinson's disease, once they are into a rhythm that is so characteristic of biking, and they are locked not into the power that they are getting out of the bike, but the rhythm that they are getting with the bike, that the symptoms actually alleviate. You get someone with Parkinson's disease, they look almost paralyzed, and yet once they get moving, they don't stop.
We're doing a study right now, a clinical trial right now with cycling, where we're putting a bike in a patient's home for a year, and we're looking at their exercise behavior, trying to do high intensity exercise, and we're looking at how does that slow the progression. right? This is a progressive neurological disease. So generally people are going to decline in function. And what we found was the pattern of activation between after they did exercise and when they were on medication was almost identical. So it's very clear that exercise is certainly medicine for Parkinson's. And based on changes in the brain, it looks like it will change progression or could potentially slow progression.
Good morning. It is October 5th, Friday, 2007. This is Brian Hall, and I'm on my way to the Holy Family Hospital to have a deep brain stimulation operation with Dr. Bruce Cook. Does it say how long the surgery will last?
I can find out for you.
Thank you.
Okay?
Surgical daycare pre-op?
Yes.
So,
Get ready.
Getting ready for surgery. Gonna do duds.
You know that we're gonna, the procedure is done in different stages?
yeah, sex change operation, right? This is the man, this is Dr. Cook. They say I'm in here for brain surgery, but
It was a 10-hour surgery. It was a pretty big ordeal.
We are trying to adjust or modulate the activity of a tiny little spot in one of the parts of the brain that is involved in the control of movement. You can think of it like a pacemaker that goes in the brain.
It does hurt, but I've done it for so long, my knees are calloused. It's almost like elephant knees from kneeling.
You know, he was struggling with Parkinson's, but he came out just about every day, and it was sort of his thing, his kind of escape, his way to keep going in spite of all the challenges of Parkinson's. And as we always do, we always tend to hire our best customers. We hired him as a ranger or the course ambassador. He goes around and makes sure the pace of play is good. He helps customers, find their way or he hands out apples in the fall to everybody. He hands out Starburst to the kids. He'll take pictures at family reunions, out on the golf course, and he makes the connection with the customers like nobody else ever has. Every little interaction is meaningful, and he cares, and he, so I guess that's something that I find extra special. You know that Brian is a serious musician too. I'm just always blown away by that too. He's got a great voice.
I gave my heart to you, 'cause I couldn't hide my love from you. Open my world just for you. The minute you asked me to. We had everything you said you'd want. Now my heart feels broken. It's clear to me I need to step aside. Time will tell if it's meant to be. Only time will tell.
That's okay.
And I just didn't want to lose that last thing I had. I gave up tennis, sports. I just couldn't lose music. It was weird, I think. This may be a strange analogy. I used music as a band-aid for a long time to heal my broken soul. Mountain biking isn't that. Mountain biking is the antibiotic that keeps my soul healthy.
Met Brian maybe 12, 13 years ago. He came on my boat as crew sailing, and first I thought I was helping this guy out, but as it's turned out in life, he's helped me so much. Yeah, he's helped me so much in terms of perspective, and also he said once that I don't look at things the way they appear to be, I look at things the way they are, meaning that this guy's dealt with some of the ego things, and he deals.
Peter Griffin, my friend that I sail with and ride with, will be when I got the okay to do the race. Peter and I are very close. I said, Peter, call him up on the phone. Guess what? They just approved me to do the race. He got so quiet. He was like, I said, Peter, are you all right? He goes, I'm concerned. I wouldn't do it if I were you, Brian. I said, why do you say that? Why do you feel that way? Because you're never going to make it. And, you know, I took what he said as love and support and concern for me. So, but it made me laugh. I go, Peter, that's not my goal to make it. My goal is to participate.
My name is Jotham Oliver. I'm the events coordinator for Tin Mountain Conservation Center.
Can you explain to me, when Brian went up like in 2018, what challenges was he facing?
I'll try to do my best. I mean, the race is 7.6 miles up. It is, by many measures, the steepest hill climb, if not North America, the world. Overall, we're looking at an average grade of 12%. After you've done like 7.5 miles, you end at 22%, called the wall. The first third of the race is the steepest third. A lot of people will like completely burn out, and then they're running off of complete fumes. This is the human crucible of all events. You're exposed to wind. The average wind speed at top is 35 miles an hour. That means average. Not too rare to get blown off a bike. Goodbye. Low visibility is a possibility. Drizzle, rain, wind. You only have so many matches to burn. Mentally, you're going to start to hallucinate. If your blood sugar isn't right, if your hydration isn't right, you're screwed. You could go to Europe if you want. You're not going to get the weather you're going to get here. I'll put it up against anything. Yeah, this mountain, our mountain, It's the true testament of a cycling will.
You got this! You got it, brother! You got it! You got it! You got it, brother! You got it, Brian! Come on, Brian!
His determination to live with his disease and to have a life afterwards, I think, was very amazing. And he really admits that what he did and the way he did it may not apply to anybody else. It's the fact that he did it that's important.
If there's one thing I could share with people about my story is never give up, never quit. And there are things we can all do to empower ourselves to change, empower our lives to be better and more productive and happier. That's everything, everything.
Vermont Public, partnering with local filmmakers to bring you stories made here. For more, visit vermontpublic.org.